I think this is the first time I'm ever going to use the treasure box on my Roll20 character sheet to keep track of stuff.
That's a...
I now have a ship engine that I can do something with, and I have an in-progress spacesuit.
There's a treasure box tab?
It's in the bio tab down at the bottom. There's a treasure field.
Huh. Neat.
So there is. I just noticed that the image changes. The image at the top of the window changes depending on which tab you're
Oh,
on.
since we're waiting on the DM for a moment, Delusional, I can describe to you how to toggle guidance.
Oh, that would be nice.
Do you have your Roll20 sheet open?
Okay, I'm back.
Oh, hi.
I'm back.
I'm delusional.
We will do that later.
What's been discussed behind my back?
Stars is finally using the treasure box on his Roll20 sheet.
To keep track of my acquired ship engine and in-progress spacesuit.
Yay, boxes.
I've never used this text box before.
Also, secret things.
Okay, party, you arrive at factory. As you approach it, it's kind of like a generic, industrial factory. As you get closer to it, you can tell it's been terraformed somewhat. There's a thin atmosphere around it, so the fumes kind of like encircle the asteroid that it's on. By the way, you're surrounded by asteroids. It's very hard approaching the.
Okay.
Actually, who's piloting? Annis, right?
Well, Annis or Malang. I think that as we get closer, it's probably both of us.
I do have actual proficiency in space vehicles.
I also do that.
If we need to make any rolls.
Yeah, make some dex rolls. Or like one. Just make one. Both of you.
Oh, okay. Piloting proficiency, dexterity? Okay. That's 3, 4, I think.
19.
Let's see if I get so lucky.
I'm not lucky, I'm talented.
Why did that roll with advantage? That should be
Oh,
a
it's
9,
okay.
I think. That's not great.
Well, it's a good
you hit
thing
like
I'm here.
one asteroid like scrapes the side of your ship.
Boy.
And
watch where you're going.
It's not crippling or anything, but it's gonna suck to repair, and it's gonna look bloody ugly while you still have.
We just got this ship fixed.
Rubs the back of her neck.
Well, ship happens.
Hey!
Got him!
See,
I like it.
This is why Annis needs the space suit, so that every time she messes up, you can just throw her out there and be like, fix it!
Hey, DM. Hey, DM. You get 1 experience point.
Cash it in and pay to film.
Add it to your inventory.
Like in real life.
Oh no.
Okay, anyways, other than that, you land on the planet. The asteroid.
Oh,
you land on the asteroid without incident. And you breathe in those sweet, sweet fumes.
Ooh.
Oh boy.
Strick's gonna be using her tools to try and suck some of the fumes out of the air.
No.
Alright,
Strick-
you managed to
Strick's gonna
collect. You managed to collect some, however much you can hold.
Strick's
It's not
trying to get some
hard.
inspiration.
So yeah, because that's the reason why Strick suddenly changed tune. It's because she knew that the factory would have runoff, and the runoff would be dangerous.
Oh no. Enhance chem. Upgrade.
Honestly, just gets into a coughing fit. What is this happening here?
And it just holds her breath. Also, this kind of brings up a question. What has that cow guy been doing the entire time we've been here? Because
I assume hiding in my ship, but
Yeah, he would have gone with Hetera. What's he doing? He's probably reading a book, like a grade school level book. Oh, he's reading Diary of a Wimpy Kid.
Oh
oh
dear.
no.
Perfect.
Like this guy has just escaped from like the factory of death, okay? He's learning how to read.
Monkey time.
But yeah, as you fly towards the glass field, etc., you can hear him sometimes like trying to sound out words.
I mean, I'm gonna try and help him out there.
He appreciates the help. Um, as you as he gets out of the ship, Hetera, he coughs a great deal, and he looks at the factory in the distance with a kind of half nostalgic, half like terrified look.
Hmm.
But he regains his composure.
I feel like Hedera isn't paying that much attention to it because she's kind of having her own thoughts on the matter.
As you approach the factory, you quickly see there's a fence of barbed wire around it. Not much else, honestly, which is surprising. There's a small gate with 2 guards stationed outside of it.
And this seems a bit uneasy. Also, I'm gonna cast an alarm.
I do want to ask the bovine if he's come up with a plan. Meantime,
What was that? I'm sorry, I didn't hear you.
I want to ask the bovine if he's come up with a plan on our way over.
I mean, like, you can get in, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, strictly speaking.
So, naturally, I get in, and that's...
Okay, are you posing as one of our group, or are you posing as something else?
Do you have a plastic bag?
What?
So I can cover my head.
I don't follow.
Yeah, I'll pose as one of your group, okay? Is that cool with you?
So, to be sure, this guy has horns, right?
He does.
Yeah, he's gonna put a plastic bag on us.
What could possibly go wrong?
Also, he's gonna put a plastic bag on his head.
It's a plan without flaw or
To be
possibility
fair, he
there.
just got out of like slavery. You can't blame him.
Yeah.
I can and I will.
Just dragging
All right.
out.
Look. fine. There are ways you can get in. I'm sure there's a lot of different ways you can get in. You thought about. What are you going to do once you're in there?
Okay, what? There can't be more than like 2, 3 guards. We beat them up, or I beat them up. You don't have to do anything. Obviously, they'll all want to leave, so...
Would I have to? So I guess first question is, there aren't really 2 or 3 guards, are there? And would I have to roll something to figure that out?
Well, I mean, you can't see how many guards there are.
Also, if we're all walking towards
Right.
It is a
us-
factory, though, so you can
Right.
imagine
I'm assuming that the guys they have at the gate is not their total guard complement.
Right.
if he's gonna pose as part of our group, then we all see him for the first time, right?
You would have seen him as I brought him back to my ship.
Oh, okay.
I'm pretty sure. So my assumption is how he traveled there is I parked my ship inside the Spice Merchant again.
Yeah.
And you would have seen him at least for part of that process. So like I brought him back.
Okay.
I did not suddenly clown car him out of my ship without you guys realizing he was in there.
That's fair. And it's maybe would have asked about him at some point then, but the opportunity's done, whatever.
I mean, I think
I'll
could-
just
we could,
pretend
like-
Strick was in the lab at the time, and
we
didn't
could
say-
kind of resolve that now. Like I think Hedera would explain that this is an old friend who takes issue with the factories, I suppose.
In what sort of way?
Let's just say they don't do nice things to bovines.
Ah. And it's narrows her eyes.
Hey, just don't judge me about it, alright? Let's...
Oh,
You
I'm
do
not.
your business, you do mine.
Oh, I'm not judging you.
Yeah, as long as you're not doing something stupid that gets either us or you killed. then
I'll
yeah,
be
we don't have a problem.
fine, okay, I'll be fine. I think. You'll be fine. Okay, don't worry about me. Worry about you.
Hedera narrows her eyes.
I'm noticing a theme.
Hedera gives a lot of glares.
Mel
It's
would
kind of a
like
character trait.
Mel would like to insight the bovine. Is he hiding something, some intention in coming here?
He's hiding an intention to be stupid.
I got a 17.
Who are you inciting?
The bowl to see if he has like hidden intentions in coming here with us.
He is shivering.
Like from nerves, I guess.
Yes, you could say that. A fear more like.
Okay, but he doesn't look like he's about to do something stupid as soon as we get in there, right?
He looks like he's going to do something stupid.
He sounds like he's going to do something stupid as soon as we get in there.
Yeah, never mind what he... Never mind what he seems like he's gonna do. What does he sound like he's gonna do?
Yeah,
He's pretty much
he
flat out
doesn't
told
seem
us.
like he's lying to us. He just seems like he's gonna walk in and then try to throw guns around and expect that to work, and
All
not
he's,
get
saying,
himself shot.
all he's saying is don't worry about that. And Mel has said that enough times herself to know that
To know better than to trust that statement.
Oh no.
I guess the other thing I'd be tempted to ask is how exactly it went the previous time in character. Like how much help did he need? How bad a situation did he get into?
what's the scoop?
Spill the tea.
But maybe that's something to be worked out later. I'm trying to figure out how in over his head he is or / will be if he tries this.
You didn't meet him at the factory. You met him while he was escaping from the mercenaries who were
Right.
hunting him and his family back. So you
Right.
don't know how hard this part is going to be.
Oh. Exciting.
Do you know that whatever he's going to do, there's going to be a lot of heat on your group once it happens.
We'd better be prepared to make a hasty exit. I am going to share that information, by the way.
He has a problem with free labor?
He has a problem with being used as free labor.
Weird.
I mean, do you like to work and get nothing in return for it?
It's not like these cattle were created in a
Got
lab.
got housing for it.
Do they?
Technically.
Food.
Again, technically. All right. Here's the thing. I'm turning back to the bovine now. Here's the thing. We have something we need to do there. I'm gonna ask that we get a chance to do that, or you start whatever it is you're gonna.
Yes, give me at least 30 minutes to collect the fumes. I mean,
Yeah,
to
I'm
get
back, sorry.
done.
It's okay, and I back him to listen.
All right. So what has been discussed?
It's mostly just sharing information, I think.
Yeah.
And then I just asked the bovine to give us time to do what we need to do before he does what he needs to do.
Strike made the comment of, yes, give me at least 30 minutes to collect the fumes. I mean, to help do. Are we finding a sister?
Just go collect your damn smoke.
Oh, also, Typhel, just to confirm, do these cattle actually do technically get free housing and food, or is it?
Oh yeah, that was
Like-
something else discussed.
Yeah,
Or-
they do technically get that.
I figured it was
Technically.
just
Like
Gilded Era.
they're housed and like fed on site, and then I think they're like trapped in the building effectively.
Ah, fun.
Slavery.
It's slavery.
Yeah, basically.
Because Strict was talking about how it was weird to be against that.
Hence why the answer of technically. So like you can call it that, but that's not really accurate.
All right. You ready to proceed with whatever you're doing?
I am waiting for a response on whether or not this bovine is going to give us time to do the thing we need to do before he takes everything to hell.
Yeah, he nods.
Okay.
Yeah, I can do that. All right. Just be quick about it.
All right. I guess we can deal with it then. Or at least I can.
Important question to the group, I suppose. Do we anticipate needing to be sneaky at all? Or are we just like, are we allowed to be here? I'm not entirely clear.
I think we're technically allowed to be here, but if stuff does
We
go
were
wrong, it might be
told
good to
they
be
would
sneaky.
be told that we will be here, so if not, then our employers lied.
Yeah. Right. The knowledge, the information we have says that they are going to let us in when we say we're here on behalf of Skyhorn.
Okay, I'm just taking a quick peek at spells to see if there was anything different I would have prepared for today, but I think I'll just go with my default.
I feel like this is going to be the kind of situation where like we won't need stealth early on because we're technically allowed to be there, and then we won't need stealth later on because it won't matter at that point.
What's the upper limit of that spell? 10 creatures? 5?
Of what spell?
You're asking because you have the one Pass Without Trace, right?
I do not. Somebody else does.
I have that.
One.
Oh, then why are you
Also
asking about
the-
stuff?
Because I have silence.
Oh, well, that's
Or
actually
I
even
can't
better.
have silence. I don't actually have silence.
Wait, if we have silence, pass without trace, and invisibility, then you detectable.
No, I
For-
mean,
For a period of time.
if
You
okay,
don't exist.
picture this: if stuff is going hey, and then like the revolution has started, the cows are being broken out, and then someone just casts silence, then like there's no way they would be. That would cover like the entire area that silence is in. You know, you could definitely sneak a ton of people out with that.
You probably want to talk to Bovine then,
Also,
Yeah,
silence
because his
Probably,
his plan is to go loud.
Also, silence can be cast like over there, 120 feet away. Doesn't have to be cast around us necessarily.
Yeah, and well, yeah, I'm obviously Annis doesn't know these things, but like the point is, you could definitely theoretically do something, go loud, and then make everything shut up so people don't know why you're going loud, and then just leave. Well, none of the other guards need to know, you know.
I think. Yeah,
Someone's
I'm
going to need
gonna.
to talk to the Bovine.
By the way.
I'm gonna take silence just in case.
Typeful.
Yeah.
I'm using a spell since we're in atmosphere.
What atmosphere?
We're in atmosphere,
Correct.
so I'm gonna use a spell.
Are you gonna say what the spell is?
Skyrate.
Smog, right?
Uh-huh.
What's it do?
It lets me right with clouds in the sky.
Ooh,
Oh boy.
out of character,
Right.
I'm immensely interested.
There's
Stricken right
atmos-
twice as high.
You can write with the smog, but there's like a
Take a
lot of
look.
it. You might be able to clear a hole if it lets you do that in the shape of letters. If only for a little bit.
A bunch of O's.
Inverse cloud writing.
Oh,
So Strick's gonna write the cuttlefish asking.
It really is the cuttlefish signal.
Oh.
Alright.
Supposedly this lasts for 1 hour, so I assume it keeps it that way.
If this goes the way I think it will, the cuttlefish will become the herald of doom.
Yeah, there's a ASCII cuttlefish cut into the.
Yeah, so she's gonna spend 10 minutes to ritual.
I guess Annis will spend the same 10 minutes setting an alarm in the factory to see if I can detect how many people are there.
You're just going to take like a random sample of the factory.
Alright, both
I
of your
mean,
requests have been granted. Ooga booga.
Yay.
Strick launches a rocket into the sky that changes it.
does anybody have? Actually, no. I have something for this. I am also going to take another spell for later, just in case. Except it's a pain. I have to type it in because it's not in any of the. It's not in the PHP.
Alright.
I say bother.
Is that all?
Yeah, after that, Strick's just gonna try to collect runoff from the factory. Wherever that's running off to. Unless it's only the smog, and then she's gonna collect smog.
Yeah, it's only smog.
Ignore that.
Okay, so are you guys going to enter the factory?
I
Sure.
think so.
Is the smog
Also,
also in the fountain?
Probably.
And yes. Stricter follow the group collecting
Also,
smog.
This is
Trying to find a smokestack so she
This is-
can collect more of it.
This is how you get Strick to go places. Just put some smog in.
Strick just climbs the entire building to get to the smokestack at
Try to
top.
make it to the smokestacks.
Oh no.
also
Okay.
Sitting there with like a net over the smokestack.
Also,
I'm
no,
gonna
we're
catch
in her full body armor this time.
Sure.
Just because I have no idea what's going to happen.
Bringing Temuko too.
Alright, so you head to the gate, and they salute you. It's like, hey, we've been expecting you. But then, oh, they see your bovine friend who has stealthily wrapped a cloth around his head. And now he has sort of a clothy brick-looking head. Hey, who's your friend?
He's one of us.
No
Why
one
do you ask?
important.
Well, I mean, we're authorizing 5 individuals from the Skyhorn Company, and then there's a 6th here.
Wait, so is Timoko with us?
Strict Race is totally cool. I'm a familiar.
I love it.
Oh my god.
11 deception.
This seems legit.
What does Strick do to like pass as a familiar?
Does Strick have to do anything to
Outfit?
pass as familiar?
Oh, yes, she that
I mean, she has magic, but I mean,
that cuttlefish is my familiar. Temuko, please carry.
He goes up to Strick, the guard, and he pokes at her.
What, you never seen a
it's
familiar
looking
before?
mad.
Please don't touch my familiar.
Does it bite?
That shit's dangerous.
Does it
Nah,
bite,
it'll do
man?
worse. Oh, it'll do worse than bite. Poisonous.
Alright.
You don't want to see what happened to the last guy.
Just keep your plant exotic familiar thing away from our workers.
Plant.
Did you just call me?
Let's just go.
Dare you.
Hey, wait. Word of warning, you're gonna have to go through the under maintenance sections of the factory. One of our factory lines got well, the equipment all broke down and we have no idea why, so we got a few repair crews in there. Just watch your step.
Is that dangerous?
Yes. I'm not even gonna lie. Yes. It's extremely dangerous.
I see. Well, thanks for the warning. We'll keep an eye out.
You'll have to be careful then.
Okay, let me move your player things.
Oh,
Alright, I'm gonna need you to place your,
So that's where I'm going first, by the way.
going where?
Where do you think?
Ah, yes.
The dangerous, destroyed area with lots of toxins on the ground, probably from the machines leaking oil and stuff.
All right, where's our starting point?
You guys are gonna start right here.
There. Okay.
it won't let me drag the thing for whatever reason. I'll just open the sheet. Do it again.
Oh.
There we go. Stats are on.
Oh yeah, and we need something representing the cow, bovine.
Cody.
Oh. Wait
There we
a
go.
second.
The secret is out.
Strick, get in here.
Sorry.
I didn't know I was playing
doing
Vesperia.
stuff.
Surprise.
Cody's
Oh,
no
God.
longer.
What a
Oh,
good,
no.
what a good big cuttlefish. Probably need to size that a bit smaller. Oh no.
Oh no!
Oh,
You don't
no.
need a squisher. Just make it small, like citrus.
If you hold
Oh
Maybe a bit
no.
bigger.
Annis casts enlarge on
It's
Strick.
all going wrong.
Wait,
you
what
hold
happens
the-
if I cast reduce on
wait,
Strick?
wait, wait. If you hold the Alt key, you can resize it without it snapping to the grid.
So you shorten the no.
Ah,
There
Tiny.
you go.
is Strick's actual size.
That's not Strick's actual size.
It is now.
There we go.
Oh no.
Strick is like a face
There
hugger.
we go. Yeah,
Strick is a hat.
more or less.
Best hat.
That's probably around the actual size.
Strick, like,
Okay, let me set that as the
The
main token of Strick. So that I don't have
Yay!
to
So that
resize
you
it
don't
every
have
time.
the OC issue of constantly reversing progress.
Yeah.
Strick
Okay,
gets
well, let
on.
me see if that actually worked, though. Good doing.
It does.
Yes!
Yay.
Looks like it.
Is Strick like Ratatouille in that we can like put her on someone and she grabs their hair and controls them?
Okay,
Unfortunately, no.
That's how
I
you
don't know if
ride
I don't know if
Temiko.
I don't know if I'd feel comfortable giving Strick control of someone like that.
How do you think the Boston Dynamic legs were going to work?
You actually just build the frame of a person. Put Strick on top.
With hair.
Strick gets a mech. Yes.
Oh no.
So it happens when you have a Forge Cleric and 2 Artificers for good measure.
alright, so you enter the building, and it looks like shit. There's broken machinery everywhere, and this sort of conveyor belt is completely stopped with the incomplete whatevers that seem to be on it. Those people, contrary to popular belief, these guys are not dead. They're trying to fix things. But as you look around, you see this Longma. As he's tinkering with the machine, his front foreleg gets caught in it, and he pulls panicked for a second before it gets out, but not without like a couple of scratches.
Hmm.
Overall, it looks exactly like an out of commission, horrible industrial factory.
What's being worked on the middle of the line?
Those guys are on break. They're smoking.
No, I meant what is being
What? Assuming this place was functional, what would it build?
Those seem to be ships of some sort,
Oh,
but they're all incomplete and rusting.
well.
Nell is interested.
Mhm.
And Strick sees a flash of a red trench coat slink behind one of the machines.
Strix too slowly slay.
Oh no!
As fast as she can.
Strick, hop onto Muko, please.
Strick regrettably sends up.
Alright, let's head out. Can you give Corvine control of Temuco?
Hold on, let me like jury rig something.
Here.
That's what this campaign's all about.
It's true. That's a running thing.
Rigging.
So, an issue I just figured out is that if we get into combat, Temuco follows Parsley's order.
Hmm.
Well, that's fine. Just like make Parsley walk towards people.
Oh
But
wait, I can
talking-
move
Temuco.
Temuco. So wherever Strick goes, I'll just move Temuco over there.
But
Okay,
talking
yeah.
is a free action, so Strick can be like, "Hey, Parsley, move your robot over here."
Drive me closer. I want to hit them with my sword.
Exactly. I want to hit them with my knife.
Also, Cam is a good. Look at her.
Chem is a very good.
Comes the worst. Jeez. Oh,
Oh.
Oh no!
And this is how the party turns on Strick.
Hedera does like the Luigi turn and glare.
You're making Temuco sad by saying.
How dare you insult Temuko's love interest?
Oh dear.
Scarlet sees you guys and ducks into this hallway. No one sees her, but you sees her.
All of us do?
Yeah, by now you've all noticed her. She was hiding from the people who were working on the machines, but she wasn't
Not
expecting
us.
you.
Oh.
Strick, do you say anything?
Hey. It's me.
Well, what the hell are you doing here? What are all of you doing here? Why?
Think we could ask you the same question.
I'm a mercenary. I'm working. What?
Yeah, funny coincidence that.
We're ostensibly working too.
Got all kinds of angles on this place.
Okay, well, you mind your own business, and I'll mind mine, okay?
Alright. I suppose I might as well tell you then, things might be getting very loud very soon. So if you
fine,
if you need things quiet, you gotta work fast.
Who are we talking to here?
Hedera is just gonna kind of like tap him on the shoulder. Come on, let's keep going. You don't want to get tangled up in this. Trust me.
Well, you know, you won't have to be tangled up in it for long. With a sort of nimble hop, she takes her bandaged leg and knocks it on the top of his head. And with a loud metal thunk, he falls to the ground unconscious.
See, this is why we need some sort of explanation.
Strick, is this your target?
Yeah, that's him. I was
Oh, this is gonna be a problem.
relax. I'm not gonna kill him. I'm just gonna turn him
Oh.
into the. Just gonna turn him into the prison barge. Get paid. No, it's no highbrow work, but
I don't think I can let you do that.
Mm.
Not do this.
all right.
You walk away. You walk away from this one, and you're
Strict.
even. You're even with us for red current. How about?
Strick's gonna slide off of Tomoka and turn to face the group. Just who do you think you're threatening here?
I'm not trying to threaten anyone. I'm trying to conduct business. I'm also trying to keep my friend alive.
I'd like to ready in action to do something.
You may ready. What are you doing?
I feel like if I say it out loud, bad things will happen, so I'm gonna PM you.
Oh no.
I might do the same thing.
Oh yeah, it's all coming together. Okay. Scarlet's gonna say one more thing, and then I'll allow the PMs to come.
Oh boy.
Wait, you want this guy free? I'm sorry. That's just really unusual.
That's unusual.
I mean, yeah, he's a cow.
Uh-huh. What of it?
They most people don't really care for him.
You ever spent a lot of
Yeah.
time on the inside of a factory?
Strick raises a tentacle.
All right. I'll get back to that in a second. I'm waiting for DD to send their message.
Done.
Okay.
I
Noted.
have. I don't see what you see wrong about this place.
I mean, regardless, I'm not
Hedera
really
is going to
hard.
shoot her. Hedera is going to shoot Strick a glare that is somehow also sad.
I don't
Strick's
like.
just gonna give a confused look back.
I don't like. Hate cattle. It's just people want them in factories, and it's business. I gotta eat.
Don't we all?
This guy especially, we've been causing a lot of trouble for people. So
Yeah, I wonder why.
He did sort of come here with us.
Well, maybe it won't matter in a year's time when the sun explodes. So
When we're all murdered by some inconsequential fate. But talking like that won't change
also
anything.
possible.
Or maybe even you all turn against us and have to get poisoned.
The point here is that we're trying to not do that.
Mel is going to uncharacteristically speak up. She points. She indicates the bowl. It hasn't been for very long, but he came here on my ship, and that makes him, on some level, part of my family. And she looks at Strick. You also, I consider, to some degree, part of my family.
Wait, no, he did. Wait, hold on.
And-
He didn't come in on your ship. He came in on their
Well,
ship.
yeah, but that was on our ship.
That was on their ship.
It's
so.
like
I mean, just
one
like
of those Russian
in
dolls.
general, he's on my ship.
Oh,
Just distributive property.
Yeah, I'm not talking about like flying down to the planet. I mean, like we've traveled together on the Spice Merchant. Like you're both to some degree part of my family, and that means something to me. So I don't want this to be complicated.
well, it's not complicated. I just turn him in. That's what mercenaries are here.
And then you keep shitholes like this going indefinitely.
She looks at Scarlet and doesn't say anything, but gives her a look that is meant to imply you are not from my ship.
Scarlet, this is... Well, how about this? We're on a job right now as is.
And I'm on a job too. Yes, I keep shitholes like this going. That's business. That's how it is. That's how I've lived for like.
And it's how we all die.
And with my 22 passive perception, I assume I noticed that you're turning all these sprites to look at us.
Yes.
Well, my...
They begin to look at the commotion going on. Nothing is quiet anymore. Scarlet has lost any pretense of stealth.
My point was that the group we have come here for, and, you know, their job seems to be paying well and provide us with provisions and the like. If you're really worried about eating, then you could just help us.
Well, I mean, it's a figure of speech. But
Is this really just a job, or do you owe somebody something?
it's just a job, okay?
Then it just
Do
got
you
fucking
really
complicated.
do you really
Probably
have provisions?
provisions? Yeah.
Yeah, like food. Do you have?
I mean, just out of character, we did pick up some, right?
You
Yeah,
did.
I got the impression that we were supplied on that flagship.
And Parsley had...
I know the trick to make provisions anywhere I want, but they're not good ones. Pulls out a jar of mayo.
Oh no!
Yeah, I
God,
might have a
no.
means to make provisions of my own, but
Where's this mail coming from?
So you know the alchemy jar? Strick can make alchemy jars whenever she wants.
Wait,
Every day.
can't you use, like, actual alcohol or whatever from that?
Yes, but mayo.
Oh no. And
Why?
also, is an egg being in that technically, like...
Oh
Don't
god,
get
just make a jar
heresy.
full of chicken
Isn't
eggs.
being a cuttlefish technically a
Oh no. Well, and also bring up, I'm also quite adept at scavenging for food.
wait a minute. Why the fuck were you searching here?
Yeah, that's a bit odd. It's only by chance that you walked in with
Let
us.
me guess. He already announced his plans to attack this entire factory. Sounds like his
No.
competency.
Someone told me that he would be here.
You're real bad at answering questions.
Well,
Comes with the territory, I suppose.
I'm sorry, okay? Someone told me
I
he
doubt
was going to
that.
be here. Well,
Yeah,
what do
funny
you mean
that,
you
'cause
doubt
we
that?
just left.
Well, who told you then? It's not a really complicated question.
Someone told me he would be here. I paid them. And because, that's how things work. I pay people for services, they pay me. So,
Did they come
for
to you?
services.
Did they come to you, or did you go to them?
Oh, they came to me and told me.
Of course they did. Of course they fucking did.
I mean, that's kind of how
Starts gonna
mercenaries.
eye Scarlet for a bit.
So the
If
question
they
then
came
is
to
who's getting
you,
played here.
Are you sure they didn't want you in a place?
Probably all of us, really.
Well,
That's fucking terrifying.
who wants me dead? I mean, like,
Aren't you a well-known mercenary? I'm pretty sure that's going to end up being a stupid question.
oh, yes, you have heard of me then. But
I find
yes,
it hard to believe you don't. Funny that they send you against the group with your friend in it.
Friend?
Just going to look back at Strick.
You don't know me at all, do you?
No, that would be accurate.
Minor question, but one that Annis would know because she is memory like that. Actually, wait, I think has it been a month since we were last at the giant ship? It might have been. Well, regardless, I wanted to ask if Annis would know Parsley's sister's name, because I believe that was brought up.
yeah, she was in the same family as you. Name is,
We know that she's why we're here.
Perilla.
Perilla.
Like the, I think it's a pasta brand.
Pasta.
Mamma mia. Well, Annis will turn around and take a step away to look at the pink longman behind us and ask, where exactly is Perilla's workstation here? Or was?
There's an office somewhere in here. Probably near the actually working parts of this factory. You guys should probably stop yelling, or else the roof may come down on you. Just saying.
Then Annis will just turn back to Scarlet and go, why don't we multitask a little bit and talk about this while we look for Perilla's workstation? That might at least answer a couple questions, and it would prove if the people who sent us here were acting on bad faith. What a good mud pony.
Kem is the only one who can talk at full volume.
I don't suppose you're gonna let me go alive any other way.
I mean, I don't want to kill you.
I don't think any of us want to do that.
That's something I'd rather avoid for a lot. That said, I can't just let you walk off with my friend either.
Fine, we'll walk and talk. I can't
Truce,
believe
then.
you guys.
Yeah, I can't fucking believe it either.
Can't exactly let your friend keep going around being a terrorist, though. he'll attract lots of more mercenaries.
It's probably true. Hey, you were looking for some test subjects, right?
Yeah. Stares at her for a second questioningly. As if, are you being serious?
It is a mystery.
Okay, that's where session ends.
Okay.
Woo! I enjoyed
Okay.
this.
This is
Real-
this is an
real
interesting
quick.
situation we've gotten ourselves into here.
Okay,
Real quick,
so just a
as
question,
we're-
because I'm actually legitimately confused what you guys think is going on, so I just need to, like, clarify.
I think
Okay.
Hetera's being Hetera.
Right, what does Hetero think is going on?
Wait, hold on. Do you know that one image with Asela? Just post that, and it's basically the one with the pin board. That's just Hetera, but you you did it again.
Just make that again, but with hetero this time.
I still think this guy got drunk in a bar or something and yelled, I'm gonna attack this base!
It's not completely outside the question, but so someone specifically approached Scarlet for this like brainless bovine. That seems suspicious at the very least for me. I'm not sure to what degree that would be coincidence and to what degree that's like someone is trying to cause specific problems.
And this is
Yeah, that was a pretty big detail that I picked up on too, because usually informants don't directly go to people
Yeah,
to give them
usually
make them payable.
usually you go to the informant. The informant does not come to you. So I do feel like someone's getting played, but exactly who's getting played and how I'm still unsure about.
Okay.
There's also the fact that there was clearly a degree of setup here because we basically went straight for this place, and Scarlet is meeting us here, effectively.
Which means which means one way or another, someone found out the guy was going here before we even picked up the job.
Yeah.
kind of convenient that this mercenary company that we're working for now, and
of course that might just be his own negligence because he is a
maybe.
very
Although also
person.
except also worth considering is that it doesn't seem like he had a good way to get here until we came along.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, which
So,
means like
it wouldn't have been right. But the thing is, we went straight here.
Yeah.
So I guess they could have like sent word ahead after we left, and then someone went there. But then that would mean like Scarlet was coincidentally heading this direction. Here's the thing: I'm not certain that that's suspicious, but like circumstantially, it seems problematic in a way I don't want to ignore.
And this is also kind of not trusting.
Well, yeah.
What's the
But it
company
could also
called
be
again?
that the guy has been trying to get here for a while, and he actually let slip that this is his next target.
It's possible.
Yeah, but
my hesitation there is he doesn't seem that organized.
well, and
I don't know if he plans out these sorts of things.
The information that led Scarlet.
I don't know if he knew he was coming here that soon.
Yeah, the information that led Scarlet here seems to like indicate some kind of loose time frame for him arriving.
Yeah.
There's also a bit of a question of like Scarlet specifically is kind of just an odd coincidence overall. Especially considering the company
Well,
that we're
air quotes,
under.
air quotes coincidence.
Yeah.
Amos didn't hear the talk that Hedera had with the CEO of Big Warship. So so she isn't as privy to the information there, but it's kind of, convenient that
There's also, I guess the other thing that's striking me is like not inherently signifying anything, but kind of like a little eyebrow raising when taken all together, is that we keep finding we keep finding people acting anonymously.
yeah,
Like,
that's actually what I was going to point
there's
out.
been like a bunch of things almost in sequence where the source has been not only anonymous, but like there's no information on them.
Yeah, it's been I was,
Someone
told
is
me.
trying to keep out of sight, it seems like.
Mm-hmm. And I desperately want to.
I'm sure there's a lot of people trying to keep out of sight in the setting.
I mean, I agree with that, but usually there's some information. Like you'd get like it was some mercenary or some guy in a weird hat or like
yeah, we don't
something.
even know.
We
like,
have
what their...
we have nothing. We don't have a description. We don't have a gender, a species, a like color, general
To be
affiliation, type of ship,
To be
area
fair,
of space.
It
We
may
have
also
nothing.
be because Scarlet is smarter
Maybe.
than most
I think-
mercenaries.
But again, like it's sort of like that's on its own. I wouldn't find that suspicious, but we seem to be running into that an awful lot.
Hmm.
Any single one of those incidents, and yes, going back to that one Azalea picture, any single one of those incidences would be fine, but they're all connected.
Let's tie some things. I think actually, Annis is. If she's picked up on that specific thought, then she's going to be making certain specific lines
Also,
of thought
here-
run
here-
through her brain. There's the image. Fabulous. Okay, I should.
For the people who might not be familiar with it.
I think conspiracy time is over, so I'm going to. Or maybe it's just begun, but I'm going to end the recording
Conspiracy
here.
time is never over.
Thank you for the great session, Typhel. You're a
Yeah,
good.
Yes,
problem.
like,
Well,
Thank you, Typhel.
you're talking about what struck you guys about the situation, but you know what struck me is the spider.
Yes! Blessed images.
It's what?
Check the Merc Blues chat. Blessed images. Okay, that's the best place to end the recording. See y'all next
There we
week.
go.